What up, bosses? Your man MBR, and we're some more Overwatch gameplay today with the tanky Reinhardt. We're going to be attacking on the Temple of Anubis, aka the Temple of Noobs. So the idea of this is there's two objectives. First, we have to go capture A. If there's no one contesting it, we then move on to B, and again it's pretty quick to capture B. So this game can really be over in 2 minutes. If you were to ace the team both times on like A and B, you pretty much win. But at the same time, it can take, you know, the whole sort of allotted time. The reason got Reinhardt today, he's nice, well sort of, he's nice with attacking or defending. But what's really cool about him is we have this big barrier field. So basically we put it down and it deploys an energy barrier in front of us which has about 2,000 hit points, and it soaks up literally 2,000 hit points basically, which is a lot of damage. You know, without that shield you will die pretty quickly. You do have 500 health, so you're more tanky than most people, as you are a tank champion. The shield does block a lot of damage. It recharges over time, and it's really nice, especially if you've got a healer behind you. You can really sort of soak up that damage. Your team can move forward, especially when you're doing it at the I'm not sure what the game mode is, but when you're moving up with the car, similar on this in some sense. But with that car, you can just stand in front of it. Your team moves forward, the car's moving forward, and it's happy days. So you can see here we just soak damage. You know, we basically just get up in their face, put the shield down. My team's behind me, there's two of us actually here, and we actually have this pin move here, which is bad. We picked up a really nice kill there. Basically my left shift is a charge. It's about an 8-second cooldown. By pressing it we charge forward, and we stun an enemy against the wall. I believe we pick up another kill here. We charge up there and boom. Basically it's an insta kill on a squishy champion. If you do it against a tank you won't really kill them. You take a lot of health, but you do it on a squishy champion then it is an insta kill. Even though we did land 2 out of 2 there, it's not as easy as it looks to land. I was in some god form mode here. I think I actually landed another one here. We charged in, we actually got onto the tank because he was low health. He was around about 30% HP. We did kill him, so that's 3 out of 3 right there. But normally my luck isn't as good. It's just because we were recording and put my pro face on. So you see here, now where we've wiped out a lot of the team, we're able to jump onto the attack point. We capture this and it takes around about 10 seconds, not long at all, and then basically that's that captured, and then we get a new amount of LOD time. So at the moment we have about 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. By capturing this we now have another bonus 4 or 5 minutes there. So super cool, and we can then use that to try and capture onto B. As you can see there, we charged into the wall. If you do actually, look at the dragon there. This is the dude with the bow and arrow. We luckily actually do get revived by my teammate. Very nice of her. But that dragon will frickin', even with your shield up, will just absolutely wreck you. Whoever you are, you don't want to be standing in the way, but generally by the time you see it, it's too late and it wrecks you. So the other ability we have on top of my field and my charges, we have the fire strike, which basically you launch a fury projectile on them, and it has a big range. You know, it does some nice damage. You can do it on sort of the turret champions, like this dude. You can throw it down on his turret, which is really nice as well. Be able to pick that off. Yeah, lovely jubbly. My ultimate is Earth Shatter. Basically, you knock all the enemies down in front of you. It's sort of a medium range AoE effect, and you just knock them down. It doesn't kill them, but it will knock them and be sort of like AFK on the floor for like 2 seconds. So it's a good time to actually put some hurt down on them, and your hammer really does hurt. Once you get on top of your opponent with your big ass hammer right there, you will hurt them. You'll basically beat anyone in a 1v1 with that hammer. There's 2 sort of free hits on the sort of squishy melee champions. One champion you really have to watch out for, and the same when playing Winston, and Winston's my second favourite tank. Probably my favourite tank actually. This dude's alright, but Winston has a bit more sort of mobility about him. But nonetheless, the dude you have to watch out for is the Reaper. We're seeing a few clips in a little bit in a second. The Reaper on the enemy team really starts putting some hurt down. With his like dual shotguns he has, once he's up close to you, he does really wreck. But if you play it right, you can position into a nice position with your shield, but then he just goes like into his smoky ghost wall, and he's just like, I'll see you later, bro. And again, getting wrecked by that dragon. But what you can also do is you can use your shift there just to try and close the gap a bit quicker. If you want to be, if you're trying to contest a point and you want to get someone quicker, just push shift. It's only a 10-second cooldown. And if you do time it right, which I do in a second, you can actually get through that gate, and saves a bit of time, because he is a pretty slow champion compared to most, especially if you play like Tracer, who's my favourite champion, and he's really slow. You can see here, we've probably been a bit too aggressive at the moment, sort of jumping in there, but I'm just trying to keep pushing in, get my team up there. But you can see here with the Reaper gun on me, we just put my shield down, we're camping in the corner, wait for my shield to charge up. You can see in the bottom left, it charges up pretty quickly, and then we go and make our move on this little dude. We're going to say with the hammer, there's a 3-4 strike, and he down. Again, put the shield up, and we recharge. Our ultimate's ready, and we can start hammering down. Fortunately, I died pretty quick there, I didn't even get the chance to use my ultimate. I'm not sure how I actually died so quickly, to be honest. Soldier man putting it in the damage. So my general thoughts on Overwatch at the moment, I'm enjoying it, but it's more of a game where I think it's going to be something that I pick up and play. It's not something that I could sit here for hours and hours like League of Legends. It doesn't really have that appeal factor to me, and that's how I kind of thought it would be really. You know, I'm not a massive fan of FPSs anymore. I have enjoyed Overwatch. The one thing what has kind of annoyed me, the champions are really cool, the maps are really cool, but there's just not enough game modes. Supposedly the open beta which we're playing on at the moment was meant to have every game mode, or everything's meant to be available at the moment. But I've only played on 3 different game modes, which are pretty similar, to be honest. Like this one, and there's 2. This one, something else is exactly similar. There's another one where you have to move a car forward, which is pretty cool. It's probably my favourite one. But after playing the whole yesterday, I was streaming this game. It got pretty repetitive, and I just couldn't really be bothered with it anymore, and that's how I find it's going to be. It's not going to be that game. For me personally, that's going to draw me away from League of Legends, League, or even like Paragon. Once Paragon starts to actually get some content on it, it's going to be a sick game to play. That's why I keep going back to League, there's just some content there. But the thing is, I just don't have Overwatch. For me, doesn't have that appeal factor. It's that game you can pick up for like an hour or 2, but then at the same time, I think I'd probably rather spend that hour or 2 playing on League of Legends. But it's cool, you know, the abilities are cool, but it's, I don't know, it's just a bit weird, and it's one of those games, me and my buddy been saying, like, how easy is it going to watch? But at the same time, people really enjoy watching Counter-Strike, but it's a bit easier because it's not such a like kind of clusterfuck. There's so much going on in this. But it could become a really popular esports game potentially. I don't know, you know, I guess so. Why not? You know, it's got that sort of, it's got that feel to it, but at the same time, you know, I'd like to know your opinion. How do you find Overwatch so far? Are you enjoying it? You know, a lot of people on the stream are saying they haven't got such an interest in it. They've not really got an interest in these type of games, but you know, everyone's different. Obviously, the fact that it's being brought out, see you later, bro. The fact that it's also being brought out onto console as well now with Xbox and PS4, it's going to be a big money grabber for Blizzard and Activision right there. They're going to make some money off this game. And maybe because it's coming out onto the console scene, it's going to make it a bigger. There's going to be more competitiveness. You know, Call of Duty is really big on the really big on the console scene, and obviously with this being owned by Activision, Blizzard being owned by Activision, you know, potentially the same thing could happen here. So here we draw out the Reaper. We only had like 63 health, so he basically just one-shots me. It wasn't really much of a trouble for him. But you can see the idea of the tank role. You do need like a sort of. You don't really want to have like say 6 damage eaters. There's 4 different classes you can play, and each class has got about 5 or 6 champs. You definitely really want a tank and a healer there. Having a healer makes a big difference because you don't actually recharge. Your health doesn't recharge over time. There's like stim packs all over the place, like 201 health that you can pick up, but they're not the easiest to find. And also, whilst you're in battle, you know, it's not as easy just to go run and go grab one and come back. So having that healer there, I'm not sure the names of the healers, but there's a healer what does it doesn't really seem to do any damage at all, but she can power up your damage and also just heals you ridiculously. And you put a tank in there and you're just able to soak it up. It's really badass. And again, it's important then having the mix of the right damage, like maybe having a sniper in there. The snipers are pretty OP. Like there's one who actually charges up a shot for like 3 seconds. It's a one shot on anyone squishy. And it's pretty damn painful. So having a good sniper in your team does make a difference. And the Reaper, you know, you're just having the mix of the right class. But I really enjoyed Reinhardt. You know, you do quite a nice amount of damage when you actually do get on people. It's nice. But the thing I find with this game so far, like where we kept going on to the objective and died a few times whilst we going on to be there, people just don't really seem to follow you, and they're more interested in going for the kills than they actually are focused on the objective. And whilst there's not a team deathmatch, you know, that's why it kind of needs that people who just want to focus on kills and getting kill streaks, blah blah blah, can just jump into team deathmatch. But there isn't a team deathmatch, or there needs to be a free-for-all mode or something. They need these game modes. I feel once they had that in, that would certainly add a bit more spice to capture the flag. But they've only got 3 game modes at the moment, which sucks. But anyway, there we go, bosses. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy every day. Peace.